share. Is this how Thor's story from the end of Ragnarok connects to the next Avengers film by Scott Collura? The Avengers Infinity War trailer, as you surely know by now, hit this week to record numbers. And yeah, we're still thinking about it. It's the Avengers and we love them, you know. And we may have uncovered a hint in the preview regarding a certain god of thunder and a certain hammer. Of course, spoilers follow for Thor Ragnarok and possibly for Infinity War if our theory turns out to be true. As any Marvel fan can tell you by now, Thor's precious hammer Mjolnir was destroyed by Hela Kate Blanchett in Thor Ragnarok. The Odinson's eye was also, shall we say, removed by his sister the Odinauta, but in a somewhat surprising move on Marvel's part, neither the eye nor the hammer were restored by the end of the film. Thor, as of now, is a one-eyed, hammerless god. Of course, there is precedent for this in the comics, particularly the notion of Thor losing his hammer. He's typically gotten it back eventually on the printed page one way or another, but the question remains regarding the MCU take on the God of Thunder. Is Mjolnir gone for good? Well, something caught our eye in the Infinity War trailer which might give us a hint as to what's going to happen next with Thor and his mighty weapon. And, combining that with some leaked product descriptions for an upcoming LEGO set, we can put 2 and 2 together. We think. Remember those 2 shots in the trailer of Thor struggling with some kind of mighty space engine while bathed in a brilliant light? What if that's actually Thor creating a new weapon for himself? We know from the comics, and indeed from the first Thor movie itself, that Mjolnir was forged in the heart of a dying star. So it's probably not so easily replaced. Indeed, in one version of the hammer's origin in the comics, its creation apparently led to the extinction of the dinosaurs on Earth, and the rise of man. But that imagery in the trailer is striking, and evocative of some scenes we've seen of Mjolnir's creation on the page. While not quite the same Thor wasn't working an actual forge in the earthly sense in the trailer, the epic feel is familiar. The creation of Mjolnir, so still, it's just a general impression one might get when comparing the trailer and these comics pages. But when you take into account the recently leaked LEGO product description for an Infinity War set, well, things seem to click into place. Yes, this is a leaked description of a toy via European retailers, as per LEGO fansite Brickshow, but check it out. Reportedly, the set in question is called The Search for Thor's Weapon, and the description reads as follows: join the Avengers, who are trying to find the axe Thunderbolt for Thor. Sit down in the cab of the rescue capsule with Rocket, Thor and Groot and go into space. On the way to Nidavellir you'll meet many enemies. You can be protected from them by shooting from the thorns. Land on the Red Planet to charge Thor's power plants in the Space Forge. Find the Stone of Infinity, and twist the energy ray and create an amazing axe Thunderer. Weird translation issues aside, the mighty Thor, things kind of line up here. Nidavellir is one of the 9 realms, homeworld of the dwarves, the guys who actually made Mjolnir. The Space Forge is probably what we're seeing in the trailer. And there's something there about an Infinity Stone too. But most notable is the whole axe Thunderbolt thing. Because in the Ultimate Comics, Thor had an axe hammer, and more recently he has brandished Jarnbjorn, a battle axe, forged on Nidavellir. Thor with Jarnbjorn, so yeah, Thor's probably building his new weapon in the Infinity War trailer, a battle axe similar to Jarnbjorn. Or maybe we've just read the trailer way too many times. What do you think is going on in Avengers Infinity War trailer? Let's discuss in the comments. Talk to senior editor Scott Collura on Twitter at Scott Collura, or listen to his Star Trek podcast, Transporter Room 3. Order both.